What's up, guys? So today we're back again, and we're not gonna do a challenge video. Instead, we're gonna do a story time. We're gonna do a story time about how I used to have to sneak Trae into my dad's house.
I used to get snuck in.
Okay, so
Yep, through the back door.
okay, I didn't sneak her in like my dad didn't know at all. It was just that he would find out after she was there.
The next morning.
Okay, so pretty much what happened is like we would like text each other, and she'd be like, "Oh, are we gonna chill?" or whatever the case may be. And then after work, we would normally just go to her house. Like it was like no question about it. Like I never had to be like, "Oh, we're going to my house," because after work we just always ended up at her house. But then like further into us talking,
I just wonder why I could never go to her house. I'm like, you got a nigga over there, don't you? You got a boyfriend that live in your house, huh? I'm joking. That wasn't my real thoughts. I just thought like maybe she wasn't ready for me to meet her family. She was very secretive. I consider it secretive. She considers it private. But like she didn't tell me a lot. So I was limited. Very limited. Like I knew she was a twin. I knew she had a brother. Maybe a little sister somewhere running around. But yeah, like I said, it was very limited things that she told me. So after a while, I was just like, okay, when are we gonna go to your house? Like, when am I gonna see your room? I see your room on FaceTime, but other than that, I don't see it.
so then after that, I started to feel bad because it wasn't necessarily that like I didn't want her to meet my family or I didn't want her to come around. It was just that my family wasn't as accepting as her family was. So for me, it was hard to see like how her mom was when I was around, and like how her brothers and sisters and cousins and everybody was when I was around, and then like how I knew my family was. So I just wasn't ready for to cross that line. I wasn't ready for what could happen if I brought you home. I wasn't ready for that. And the first time you came to my house, was that when I got sick at work?
Yeah, she got sick at work.
Okay, so I got sick at work, like dead sick, throwing up, like couldn't
I told you
move.
guys this in a previous video.
I couldn't move, and so Trae wanted to come check on me because she didn't get to leave work with me, and so she wanted to come check on me, and I was like, she could come. And as she's like coming in the driveway, my dad is working on his truck.
My first thought when I see him is, oh my god, he's really big, he's black, I'm gonna die.
So then I came downstairs and I opened the door, and it was like Trae looking at me, my dad looking at me, Trae looking at my dad looking at Trae, and I was just like, okay. And then I was like, this is my friend Trae, and Trae looked at me, and I was like, he was like, who? I was like, this is my friend Trae. And then me and Trae went upstairs.
I was still a friend then. I couldn't even do that.
She was a friend, but we was at this point. It was what, 4 or 5 months in. So, so we go upstairs and like we're just sitting there chilling, talking. But it was awkward because I knew that how she met my dad was already awkward.
Then she just got into this habit when we started dating. Like after so she got into this habit after we started dating, where she'd have me come over in the middle of the night. Literally the middle of the night. 1, 2, 3 maybe in the morning. And at this time I was only 15, so I used to ride my bike to her house, and we didn't live that far from each other. Like
We were down the street.
yeah, like it wasn't that far.
Was it really 1, 2, 3?
Maybe 12. The latest was 3. The earliest was 11, 10 maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. It would just be like, I don't know. I would start to miss her, I guess. I don't know.
Like, you gonna come sleep with me? Hell yeah.
Alright, it was not like that.
Yes, it was. One time I made her cry, and
Oh my gosh.
the first fight we ever got into, I didn't even know what we was fighting about. I was joking, but I guess I hurt her feelings, and she started crying. And I was like, are you seriously
She didn't believe I was crying. Like made her mom get on the phone, and her mom was like, "Yep, Nicole's crying. She's crying." And I'm like, "Why don't you believe I'm crying?" And she's like, "Cause you never cry. Like I've never seen you cry."
She'd always been so tough for me. It was always like what's up, what it is. So I never got to see that like emotional side. So when she started crying, I felt that, and I was like, okay, well, do you want me to come over? No, I don't want you to come over.
I really did want her to come over, but my dad. I didn't know how that was gonna work out. I was still in high school.
She She was like, no, I don't want you to come over. I was like, well, I'm about to come over. She's like, no, you're not. I don't believe you. I rode my bike to her house. I texted her, I was like, I'm outside. When she came downstairs, she didn't believe I was outside. I was really outside.
I didn't like, when she was riding her bike to my house, I was unaware of that part. I didn't know she was riding her bike to my house. Like, so,
and at this time we didn't have Uber, so
I snuck her upstairs. So the way that my house was set up is that, like, me and my twin brother, we lived upstairs and my dad lived downstairs. So I, like, snuck her upstairs. I snuck her upstairs, and then when she came upstairs, like, it was fine. Like, when she came in the nighttime, it was fine. Like, I didn't have to explain anything. She didn't have to say hi to nobody. Like, we didn't have to run into nobody. And it just saved me, okay? It helped me out a lot. It sounds really bad, but at the time, it was the best solution possible. You agree?
Yeah, I do agree. I can definitely agree. I was also the type of person that, like, I didn't really want to talk to people anyway, because I was like, okay, they're not going to like me. I don't want to talk to them. Like, and it's not that they didn't like me. They still kind of don't like me to this day, guys.
I don't know if it's so much about not liking you. I just think it's they don't like our lifestyle, or they don't accept our lifestyle.
That's cool, but I don't like your girlfriend. I love you, and I love you too.
But yeah, so basically, like, as we started dating, like, moving into the summer, like, I just, like, would, like, text her and be like, oh, hey, do you want to come over? But I don't think back then she realized that I only hit her up at nighttime, because during the day I would be at her house. Whenever we went out to, like, the beach or the arcade or whatever adventure we took, I would always go with her during the day, and I would, like, meet her at her house. Like, I never would have her meet her at my house. And I just think it was because at that point in time in my life, in the way that my family was set up, and my family being Caribbean, they were still trying to accept the fact that, and I was with a woman.
Yeah. And I think I kind of got a glimpse of that as well, because my family is also Caribbean. My dad was born in Barbados, and I kind of got a glimpse of that. But I had realized what that had felt like when
it was Thanksgiving.
The Thanksgiving, and I had went in to say hi, and I didn't really want to bring Nicole in because my grandmother does not agree with that at all. And I didn't, like, I've never been a person to hide who I was for anyone. Like, I've always been very open and very, like, either you deal with me or you leave me. Like,
and I think, like, up until that point, actually, like, I had never felt, like, isolated from your family. Like, I had never felt like, oh, wait, let me take a step back, like, someone doesn't accept me. But Trae always had to deal with it. Like, whatever it was, an event, like a car ride, anything, like, she always had to deal with it. But I never had until that Thanksgiving, and I was, what, 2 years in? Yeah. 2.5 years in our relationship that I had to deal with it, and she had been dealing with it since day one. So
I think she's always made up for her family, so they've never really bothered me. As long as she likes me and she wants to be with me, that's all that matters to me. And it is people who do like her. Like her second mom, I love her second mom to death. Shout out to Charmin. I love Charmin.
I call her my step-no mom. You know how you have stepmoms? I call her my step-no mom because that is, like, I mean,
her mom, not her stepmom. That's what it is, basically. It's like saying, this is my mother, even though she's my stepmother. So,
yeah. But
I love Charmin. She's very sweet. We've grown to a bond where it's like I appreciate her because she is one of the only people who does accept me and allow me in her house with open arms. And I never feel like, oh, well, I'm not welcome.
See,
here.
that's the part right there, the open arms part. See, I was never afraid to introduce her to Charmaine because of how she treated me and how she accepted me. And so when it came to, like, sneaking her into my dad's house, it was just, I didn't want to disappoint my dad, and I had already felt like I disappointed him in that aspect of my life. And I think that Trae kind of, like, went up, like, kind of, like, started the journey with me because I had came out to them not too long before me and Trae started dating. So that same year, like
earlier that year.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think sneaking her in, it wasn't to, like, go behind my dad's back, because there would be times we would wake up and, like, we would go downstairs into his kitchen and, like, he will see Trae and he'd be like, oh, what's up?
Yeah, me and her dad's relationship is kind of weird now. It's weird, like, he's trying. I can definitely feel, like, him trying. And I'm trying too, as her girlfriend, to, like, build a bond, because, you know, that's still her father, the guy that helped create her. So and he's trying a lot. He's trying to understand. He's trying to, he actually went from not, like, saying anything to me at all to actually asking me questions now. He talks to me. even when it's just us.
But I mean, at the end of the day, clearly we're still here. I started sneaking, like really sneaking Trae in, like once my dad had realized like me and my brother were having friends over, and he was like, oh, I don't want nobody over here, nobody spending the night, blah 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 blah. And I was like, I bet, like cool, I'll go to Trae's house, you know, I could stay at her house, like we could chill at her house.
But the problem was, when we were doing that, it was always, you're always at Trae's house. What's at Trae's house that you can't do over here? Like, Trae, duh.
I can't hold her hand. I can't kiss her. I can't sit. Like literally, when we would go to my house, like I would sit mad far from Trae. I wouldn't look at her. Like I wouldn't hold her hands because I was so afraid that like I was gonna be judged about. I don't know. Like I don't even know what word to use. I don't know.
Now she likes to make her dad mad, and she'll be like, "You need to kiss. He's coming." I'm like, babe,
it's only fair.
I'm like, babe, he's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me. You're his kid. He can't kill you. He's gonna kill me.
I'm not trying to be spiteful. It's just that like it's like before I didn't have the confidence that I have now in myself, in my sexuality, in my relationship, and it's like now that I have that confidence and like the period of time that it took for me to get that confidence, like I'm not gonna let nobody knock me down. I'm not gonna let nobody tell me who I can and cannot date. I'm not gonna let anybody tell me like who I can love and who I can't love, or how I can love or how I can't love. And I just think that, you know, having someone like Trae who's so strong-willed and headstrong, like it really helped me a lot, because there were times when I was like, this is not gonna work. Like I don't want to have a secret. I don't want to live a double life. Like I want you to be in my life with my family. Like I want to coexist together. I don't want, you know, to be like, oh, I'm this way when I'm home and then I'm this way when I'm with you. Like I just wanted my life to like come together, and my family didn't want that. But it's like now we're at a point where she can come to like Thanksgiving dinner and Christmas dinner, and it's awkward still a little bit because
for me.
I mean, it's awkward for me too, because I don't know, like I feel like I'm walking on eggshells. Like when the time comes around, I'm not always sure if she should come or if she's invited. You know, like when you have a boyfriend or something, you don't really like ask your mom after a certain period of time. Like y'all just show up and it's like, oh hey, da da da. With me, like I question it every single time. Like, okay, is this something she can come to? Should she not come? But then it's like I get there, and my cousins or whatever, that they'll have their partners, and I'm like, well, so Trae could have came. Oh, okay. I'm glad I know that now. But now it's just like I don't care. Like you coming. Like, and then it's also like I don't want to put that strain on our relationship of that situation. So
yeah, it's weird for me, because it's like I'm always like, oh I don't know, babe. I don't know if I should go. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I should stay home. But she's also like, no, I want you to go. And her cousins and her nephews love the shit out of me.
Yeah, like my younger cousins and like basically all the little kids love Trae. Like, yeah. Whenever I go somewhere and Trae's not there, where's Trae? Is Trae coming?
She's like,
why isn't she here?
My goddaughter ran up to her and gave her a hug and a kiss, and I kind of was in my feelings. She was like, don't get in your feelings, because every time we get around the kids, they come running right to you.
Okay, like when I go to visit my nephews, they don't even run up to me. They run up to her. So I'm like, don't be mad. It's okay. Like, just brush the salt off. Brush the salt off. Yeah, but I mean, I think ultimately, like the part about having to sneak her in, I think that just led to like we both came from like two different aspects of how our family handled the idea of homosexuality. And I think that for me it was a little more harder to have an open relationship, and for Trae it was a lot easier because her mom is so loving and so welcoming and so warming, and like she's just everything. Like she's a total package, and no matter who you are, what you do, how you do it, like she's not gonna judge you, because she just feels like that's your own walk in life. You know, like there's no reason for her to judge you, because it's not her life to live, it's your life. So why should she judge you if she doesn't have to live that life? And sometimes I wish that, you know, my dad was more involved when me and Trae first met. But that's kind of like where the sneaking her in stemmed from. It's just that I didn't want to be different, and I felt like it was different, and I didn't understand why it had to be different. But I do understand that everybody handles things differently. I do understand that everybody comes from different backgrounds, everybody comes from different cultural backgrounds, and you can't expect everybody to react the same way. But I'm glad that she stuck around through.
I do it again. I do it 3 times. Every minute I get to be with her.
You do it again?
Aww. You're so corny. I would do it again though. She makes it worth it.
Yeah. But
if you guys haven't already subscribe. If you haven't liked this video, like this video. And all the other videos we have in our video section. Come on guys, like, we're here. I would also like to give you guys an update and let you guys know that we now have 12 subscribers, who I appreciate very much. And if you are a subscriber and watch our videos, can you let us know that you're a subscriber? So if you are a subscriber and you do subscribe, either comment on our videos and let us know you're a subscriber, or unblock your subscribers and let everyone know.
well, guys, that is our story time of how I snuck Trae in, but also like how our families kind of like worked within our relationship, I guess, in a sense.
Yeah.
So you guys heard it first.
Like, subscribe, comment
down
below.
below, and we will see you all in our next video. We're out of here.